bam, and then I'm just gonna switch every once in a while. So, welcome to the show now. Um,
Hello.
what is the? This is David Luna, and I am Mario
Yeah.
Velez
hmm
Rodriguez, and
Who's
we
recording?
are.
Who's bigger?
What's
Am
that?
I bigger? Are you bigger than me?
We're both. I'm like switching between them, and I'm recording my own screen. So you can pick me to be
Okay.
bigger all the time, like you're looking at me, like we're just like
Okay.
you're just like there with me,
Can I
and
put
I'm
my
gonna switch between.
Can I put my three sons on the screen, and can I also put my wife and her three lovely daughters on the screen too, and maybe my maid in the middle?
Wait a minute. All right, you're catching me off guard real quick. You're catching me off guard because are you fucking serious? What are you talking about?
It's on the, you
What are
know,
you talking about? You do
so
not have.
I
You do
have
not
my,
have three
so
kids.
I'm a box on the screen.
Okay, I think that your
Um,
finger's covering the mic again because this happens often. I'm not sure if this is
can
happening
you
right
hear
now.
me? Can you hear
You
me now?
are. You did it.
Yeah. Uh,
Just saying.
so you know how I'm tiny on the screen, right?
Well,
In
you're
this little
tiny on
box.
the screen, but I click on you sometimes,
Oh
right?
yeah. Okay.
On
So
my
I'm
end,
tiny.
I'm recording my
Okay.
own end, and that's
Can you be big?
Jesus
So
Christ.
from
You ever see parts of your body on a screen and you're just like, oh, that does not look good. Like I've got the chubbiest baby hands. They are in a nasally voice, and it's just my voice got so much more nasally after I moved up north. It's weird. I'm a weird person. I can't hear you at all, man. I can't hear you at all.
really? How
There
about
you go.
now? How,
Are
can
you
you see
fucking
me
with your
now?
mic just because?
No.
No.
Where's my mic? Can
You
you
gotta
have it now?
make. There's a couple of mics. So there's the one on the
There's a
bottom. There's the
couple.
one on the top,
Yeah.
and that's it.
Maybe I should hold it up this way.
That's good. That's good right
Is
there.
this? Can you hear me?
I can. I can. You need to get
Can you hear me now?
one of those like
But now the
um
camera feels.
$5 deals that like hold
I'm
up
like
your
right
phone a
here.
little.
I feel like I
You
should be
good?
looking here.
You good,
Yeah,
man?
but I'm like that's where the camera's down in the bottom corner, so I
Yeah.
don't feel like I'm
I'm
looking at
gonna
you.
turn you up actually because I can't hear you too much. But there we go.
Okay, I'm gonna
I think
turn
I
you
can hear
back
you better
around.
now.
This is good. Can you hear me?
So we were talking about the whole
Can you hear me?
Jordan Peterson controversy.
Hello?
Not really controversies, but things that we've heard him say in videos. And then we were talking about the book, 12
Yeah.
Steps to
Am
Life.
I audible? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh shit. Okay, I'm still trying to figure out on this end how to even hold my. So,
What you want to do,
so
what you want to do is hold the corners with your.
that's
All
kind
you
of
do
what I
is
was
hold the
doing.
corners with your four fingers like
That's what
that.
I was doing, and you're like you couldn't hear me. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
but
right.
it's the
So
four fingers like that. That's how you want to
yeah,
hold it.
that's what I
You know,
guess I felt like. Yeah, maybe.
right
All
there,
right.
but
Well,
like
I guess
this
it
way.
works now. All right. You mind if I send one message and then we can start the show officially?
Sure, sure, we can do
Cool.
that. We can.
And
You want to restart it?
yeah, we can restart, and then I won't have any interruptions or
Sure, man,
anything.
that's fine. I think that you continue to video call as you're switching apps and stuff, so I can still see you right now.
Yeah, yeah.
It's weird,
Cool.
kind
I'm
of weird.
just gonna respond.
But yeah, we're gonna go away from that. First record. I want to see if it's still recording. It is still recording. That's impressive. I'm happy about that. What do you want the format to be of this show? I feel like it should be just kind of like self introspection interviews and sharing of experiences, like in search of something. Should just be in
hmm
search of something. I
That
feel
was
like
the
that's our
website.
generation. I feel like we're
Yeah.
constantly searching. It's weird. Is that
Wait,
not weird?
are you referencing the website?
Yeah, I'm referencing something that I think you hit when you made that
Oh,
website, when you made the group and
oh, damn. I
the
haven't even thought
entire
about
the
this.
entire thing.
Thank you.
Yeah, dude,
Huh.
it's really good. So, can I ask you something? This is really interesting. I find this so interesting. I wonder, do you remember that cartoon show that you had made, right? Where it was like the devil and and God or Jesus. Like they were real, and there were all these creatures from myth and legend and other fictitious and religious texts that were all like put together. But it was more like the devil was like trying to do good things, and God was actually lying about stuff. I forget exactly how it went. You had made this entire world that was so, I feel, unique, that I was like, oh my God, this is so cool. It was a really fun story because it
Which,
just,
which world are you talking about?
it's the one where
Okay.
you follow the path of the devil as he's trying to do good things, and God is actually a
Oh,
dickhead.
yeah, and the devil's actually Buddha. Did you know that?
Yes.
Yeah,
Whatever
yeah, okay.
happened to that, man? I loved that
Um,
idea.
that's just in my head. I have so many ideas.
I know. It's
That's
terrible,
I
isn't
haven't
it?
done anything. I mean, well, what I'm doing now is something that's gonna probably for the first time in my life be something of my own and really substantive that is gonna be the thing that I'm gonna market. Literally
Okay.
learn like that. So it's been a lot of research and now I'm doing it. So it's a process. But I'll tell you about it in a second. I'm just gonna send one more message.
Okay.
Then I'll be. Yeah,
That's cool.
I literally like was around like you were messaging me. Two other people were messaging me, and then a friend of mine was talking to me. It was like I'm like, oh man.
Right.
But now it's like, no, this is Mario time, and this is the show now, because the show has to happen now.
I know. This is a pre-recorded episode of the show now. I might call it the show then. I might edit it out. But I made a logo sort of. Um, let me show you. Let me see if I can screen share really quickly.
Oh really?
Yeah, I can do that. So I'm screen
Let's
sharing
see.
now. Um,
Uh,
high quality. I can't. Can I not share? 15? No. 480? No. Screen? No, I don't want to do that. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fine. 30, 720. Okay, so this is it. The show now. This is like the logo. You see it?
so out of Messenger. I'm closing everything else too.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. So I did not close out. Let me find. Wait, where are you?
Uh,
Are you there?
search for me through your app. Yeah, I can still hear you. Go back to
That's great.
Discord.
Uh, I'm in Discord now. Huh. Where? I'm online. Voice connect.
Okay,
Oh, I
so
see. Oh, okay,
if you
okay,
go
okay.
if you go to the voice connect, I
Perfect.
think that there should be an option there. Or you could go
I'm gonna.
you could like go to the multitasker and
Oh, wow.
give
So
us a
where's
sec.
the logo? That's weird.
Hold on here.
Yeah.
Here's
No,
the
like
logo.
my face was.
Yeah,
Um,
that's the logo. Do you see it?
Getting comfy in this chair. Alright. Oh, that's nice. I like that.
Right?
I can't. My face is covering part of it though, so I can't really see it.
Oh, really?
Can you? Yeah, I can. I can only see part of it at a time. Is there a way you can move everything to the? Yeah,
Like that?
nice. Could it be centered? Triangle?
Like that?
Yeah. Well, I mean, could the show be centered over the now?
Oh, the show? Yeah, I mean, I can do that at some point. I
I know that's like a ruled like asymmetry, but no, that's not how I do
I
it.
don't give a shit. I mean, no, that's not what I did it for. I just did this because it was quick and simple, you know. And these were
Oh, okay,
fonts.
okay, cool.
Don't tell
Yeah,
anyone. These fonts I took from elsewhere. But I'm gonna turn my camera on now. There we go. I'm
I
gonna
don't
full
look great
screen
in
this
this.
bitch.
I think we can go back to bed.
All right.
Go to bed. Good on a bed. Trophy.
So,
Trophy. What? No comment.
so, no comment. What? I don't know. Your hands are like covering
Oh,
it. You look like you're
you
avoiding paparazzi.
flatter me, Kyle.
Anyway, so what do you want to talk about? I mean,
Um, the show now.
so, did you want to talk
Well,
about
wait,
the?
we gotta start. And maybe if I stand this way, it might be better because there's like a wood
You're,
and it's more like a garage.
you're
You know what I
fine
mean?
actually. Yeah, that's good there. Yeah.
And then there's like China and shit I can
If
talk
you
about. Like,
want
yeah,
to, you
let's
can
do
have a
this.
blank. Just have a blank space. You know. I would do a wall. Or if you have a desk somewhere, I don't
I
know.
can't really at this moment because I can't put a light. I don't have a light that works.
Oh, okay.
That's bright enough right now in a
Gotcha.
place of in a part of the house that is where I'm not
I hear
wake
you.
everybody up.
I hear you.
Yeah. So
Yeah, it happens.
this might have to do for now.
That's fine, dude. That's fine. It's all good.
It's
Um,
okay.
so
Yeah. I
it's
can make up for it with
things
my
have been
job.
done things have begun in worse places and become great. So
Yeah.
like
And
all of
this
like
place
you know
is
what's
shit,
funny
but
about that? You know what's funny about that? Careful with your mic. I can't hear you. Um, you got it?
okay.
There
How
you
about
go.
now?
Yeah, there you go. I'm gonna
See,
have
they
to
put
get
the
you a
mic
selfie
right
stick. I gotta
next to the
order.
corner.
No, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna actually order
It's like
things for
the
you
very
so that we can
corner,
improve the
and I can
quality of this show.
hold it with my tips of my
The
fingers.
tippy tip tip the silver. Good job, David. So we were talking about like Jordan Peterson a bit, but I
We
don't
want to
know.
start it. We want to officially start it.
Oh, sure.
Let's do it.
Okay. I
Um,
feel like here's the thing. I feel like actually being crazy. I feel like being like ridiculous, like the Eric Andre show a little bit, but like just really loud and very statuesque.
really.
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why. Like
All
just
right.
keep looking at me. Just like it's the show now. That's it.
I
That's
mean,
it.
now where that could work. That's really funny.
There you go. So I recorded it, so it's there. Or I
Show
can just do
now.
a simple. It's the show now.
The show
Uh, or
is now the show.
it's the show now.
It's the show now.
It is the show now.
It is the show now.
Now, the show. I actually like that was good. That was good. So, um,
Uh, so,
by the way, I'm super excited for doing that bit in what is the show called with the guy who's into the occult and shit like that? The podcast, the radio show.
oh, I don't even know if that's. I haven't been talking to Miguel in a minute, and I don't know if he'd even be about that anormore because of his whole
The religious
Orthodox
thing?
Christian thing.
Is it
Yeah,
really a thing now?
I
That's
don't
oh
know.
my
I
god,
mean, well,
no. I
I
was gonna
mean,
ask you about if
that's not the reason why I haven't talked to him. I just haven't. It's just been a while. I sent him a message. You never like messaged me
I hear
back.
you.
And it's
He's just busy with life. He's just
yeah. I
busy with
mean,
life, which
well,
is what
with
happens
life,
once you get into our age.
I'll get in touch again, especially when I have something more substantive to offer because he's really a genius, and I don't want
Oh, I
to
know.
bother him.
No.
He's
He's very
oh,
intelligent. I really want to know
he's
what
you
happened
know,
that changed him and stuff
one
like
of
that.
the
And what
most
made
smart
him
people.
have faith and all that.
That's Miguel.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean,
What's
he's right
Miguel?
about a lot.
What's Miguel?
He knew fascism was going to come back.
Oh my
I mean,
God,
not
yeah,
as
it's true.
he knew like the
Do you?
proto-fascism thing was going to
I
go on,
remember like hearing that from him a lot and being like,
and I was
"What the fuck are you talking about, dude? That
I
doesn't make any sense."
knew exactly what he was saying.
Oh my
I mean,
God, it's
I didn't see
exactly
that.
what it
I didn't
was.
see. I didn't see that.
It's
No,
so
he
weird.
knew. He
See,
knew. He
cause
understood the college
I
and how people. He was really. He was really smart.
yeah, he is. He is. Now, I was actually very optimistic in my college years, so I don't know. I think that has changed, but in an okay way. I'm not like an asshole now. I'm just really firm with what
I like
I
it.
want to do. I don't really budge that much, you know. Like I have a lot of um, I have planted my roots. I like that. I actually like that feeling of planting my. I've never done that before, you know. So now I have a place I never want to leave or go anywhere from. You know, that's what I feel like here. It's so comfortable. God, I love it. It's so good. I'm like, I'm so into monogamy. Like I'm super okay with it. It's a
It's a
really
good.
weird thing.
It's a good. I mean, it's a good thing if it works
It does.
and you like
It does very much.
it. And it's
Dude, like here's the thing, right? Is like there are some very the more people there are in a home that are like dedicated to loving each other, there's more dynamic emotions between all of them, and it's funny because we all like kind of like shift emotionally here and there, and
mhm.
it's really interesting seeing everybody grow. No one stops growing, you know, until you die. So it's really interesting to see everybody grow become their own people all the time.
Even then,
Because you're constantly.
famous.
What's that?
Even then, you could get famous after you're dead and you're blown up. You grow even more.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
Okay.
find that interesting. So, Elon Musk recently started talking about a Neuralink that
One second.
he was going to
1 second.
announce. He
Okay,
wasn't
hold
going
on
to.
a second.
Huh?
We're about to start the show now.
The show is now. No,
The
this is
show
the
is
show.
now.
No, this
This
is
is
the
the
show
show.
now.
Yeah, we're gonna start it now.
No, it's
This is now.
this is now.
Starts.
The now is show.
Now is this is the show now.
The show is now.
All right. So you were saying
The
about
show
Elon
now.
Musk. What were we saying about Elon Musk?
Elon Musk has started. He dropped a hint on the Joe Rogan show, right? On the Joe Rogan Experience, saying that he would announce something about a Neuralink, and then he started just talking about his ideas about it like constantly. He just would constantly. He started talking about things that were incredible sounding, like just he the main reason why he's even interested in this stuff because he is obviously interested. He said, "Oh, we're going to announce something soon, hopefully." Soon, hopefully, like they were
Soon,
testing stuff. Yeah, like they were testing it. They were in beta phase. Like I'm not so surprised. I'm just like, "Ooh, it is coming." Like I'm super a little bit of optimism just came back into
what
my
does that
spirit
even start to
because
look like?
what's that?
What does the technology even look like? What
He
is it?
has not shown anything. He
You know,
has not shown
he's
anything.
just
It's not.
there's
It's
nothing.
what it is he dropped a hint saying that he's been working on it and thinking about it. It's basically what it was. He's been thinking about it. And the reason why he said it was important is because we have a humongous bandwidth problem when monkeys, even great apes as ourselves, right, start typing on a phone with their thumbs only. You don't even like use all of your fingers. So, oh, I got it to share. Yes, fuck yeah. So you don't even use all of your fingers. So it doesn't have the same speed that our minds do. We can think a sentence up in a moment, right?
Yeah,
People with a very high charisma can make up whole speeches on the fly and improv and all that shit. But
yeah,
that kind of computation doesn't. It's not accessible when our thumbs are the limiter. So he said that being able to connect it to your mind and your brain makes it so that the bandwidth is much higher, and you'll be able to increase your creative potential so much more because of that. Because it's about getting to the end much quicker.
yeah.
So controlling the application with your mind, I wonder if that's the main thing he's going for, not so much hooking up to the internet, but just like a cybernetic controller that either implants or you wear. I don't know. This sounds like he's been testing it for a little. It sounds like it's just like random, it's very vague. So it might not happen
Yeah,
at all. It might like die forever. There might be a government that's like, no, you can't make that. Nuke them. I don't know.
yeah, it
But
might not.
I find it really interesting that we are having really serious conversations about it. Like
Yeah,
people
yeah,
freaked
yeah.
out when he mentioned it. We're having serious
Maybe that's
conversations about
the
it.
point. Who really is using his position to make it a serious conversation. Maybe he won't actually. He's probably hoping that people are going to think. Maybe. Well, why would you hope though for somebody else to invent that technology? It's actually could be pretty. It's a lot of power. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Would he try to excite a bunch of people into thinking like, oh, it's time to do this because we're gonna have to compete with this guy. So now we have to start to think about how we get ourselves. Is he doing like? Does he want? I mean, should we? But then again, if he's not egocentric, he's not gonna care.
Well, that's the
Come up
thing
with
about
the right.
egocentrism. I don't know if egocentrism is even can it it's a strange thing. Like I don't know the perspective of someone who is successful at that level. I'm not going to know that unless I reach it and I can see from that horizon, right? And I think that's
Of
the
course,
problem with
who knows
communicating with
why?
someone like him. What's that?
Oh yeah, who knows why he's actually doing it?
Because like, well, I know why he's doing it. He does want the world to get
Well, like
into
I
a
know why he's doing it, but
like
or rather,
here's
but
the
what
thing,
he
right?
actually
Have you
wants,
seen the show
what he
Altered
actually wants,
Carbon?
and why he's talking about it.
I think it's to
So
hype it up at least. I think it's to
hype it up, but then like, if you don't have anything to show, why would you hype it up?
he was talking on the Joe Rogan experience is my answer to that. I don't know how to answer that. Joe
Oh
Rogan
yeah,
is
he's
like
also
it's a really open forum. He
yeah,
smoked a joint during it.
he did.
Like it's a
And
very,
that's
very, very
he also
open forum.
his stocks dropped 10%
Yeah.
after that. He can afford it probably. It's calculated. If he's doing
Oh
it,
yeah.
it's all even the I he knew he would probably be offered something like that show. So it was
Hmm.
calculated to appear on the show. So
Yeah, I
I'm
I
not
feel like he is a
really
really calculated person. He
exactly.
probably is someone who
I'm just saying like
knows how
that
to
is
work
something.
the numbers on a broader scale. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
because
would
you
have
have
access to big data. That's a very simple thing. Like big data would be able to detect like, okay, here's all the stuff you got to do. It's really funny because this was stuff that was the technology that we have now has been world influential um, for its entire lifspan. Because originally the early onset was Alan Turing's um, decoder of the Enigma machine back in World War
Nazis
II. What's that?
coding the freaking Nazis.
Yeah, the Nazis. The Nazis.
What did we do about those folks? You know what happened to the
You
Nazis? They'll be
just
like,
just let them walk the streets like they're normal, fine
because then
people.
the Russians will get you. That's what happens. You're like the
No,
Nazis,
no. First the Russians get you, and then you have to defend neo-Nazism.
and then
That's
yeah.
what it is. That's how he did it.
Hmm.
It's Donald Trump. Is first Russia got him, and then well, now you have to clean up this mess.
Uh,
I
I
think
mean,
that
what?
I really feel like I feel like politically something is going to happen where the tipping point occurs and the government that is currently running things just isn't even effective anymore. Like to the point where like people are all like, okay, we're all not going to pay taxes this year, and we're all going to make our own little government digitally. We're going to make it on cell phones. We're going to be like super double confirming of everything, make the best antivirus software ever, and
People
just have
have
like a
those
form of
ideas.
government that is literally by the people instead of
Literally
like,
done.
oh, we have to ask this guy what's going on here. It would be based off of like activity itself. So the most active people would be merited the most influence, that kind of thing. It would just show you. It'd be literally a tracker. It's like, here's everybody doing shit in the community. You
Yeah.
know? What
Hmm.
do you think about that? No, not really.
No, yeah, no. I mean, who knows? Like, it's hopefully people who are responsible can be freed up of their time to be able to like
That's what it is.
organize. That's the
That
thing.
is what it is. It is the freeing of time.
Or are people
My
just gonna go
my
into a system
time
that are
is
developed?
so I actually know how valuable my time is right now in my own
Hmm.
life, and I wonder if like just increasing the value of my time as a person and looking for a job that pays more while I'm doing this current job, I wonder if that would actually increase my value. Just searching, just putting my names out there. The probability has to shoot up somehow, because like I was very steadily going, okay, I need something better, I need something better, I need something better, and then I finally networked through college, going back to college, in a much in a better bracket, I would say.
Hmm.
But I work less time now, so I work less time, but I get paid enough that I can pay my bills, and live with my family and all that stuff and keep the house and everything. And what's interesting about that is, um, I want it to keep happening. I want to keep getting a job that I can work exactly the amount of hours that I'm working now and just get paid more. That's what I want to do.
Hmm.
Okay, like
Yeah.
why would I have to do more? If I can show you that I
Yeah.
can save thousands of dollars today, I can show you how to do more. It's gonna be great. I just have to grow, and you have to support me as a company, or else I'm gonna fall on my ass. Obviously, you can throw everything back to the CFO on. I'm gonna cut that shit out for sure. That's my boss. But it's something that I find really interesting. What about you? How's work experience for you? We're that generation of millennials who's like, yeah,
I mean,
College was
I
the
can,
lie.
I,
Even my friends who graduated are complaining about debt. It's terrible. I hate hearing that they're struggling too, because then it's like,
yeah,
well, fuck me, I didn't just fail, and everybody was failed. Everyone had the system fail on them for sure. It's weird. It's really weird.
my cousin's about to pass through.
Oh, okay. I can cut it out. I don't care.
I know. So, yeah, no, it's definitely.
You know what's funny? You haven't changed a single bit since the last
What?
time I saw you.
Like physically?
Like physically, like you look the same as in 2010. It's weird.
Yeah.
I don't know if I look exactly the same. I know it's very pale right now. Like over here,
You look basically the same. I see
I'm
you
a bit thicker. I feel.
look. You've definitely looked different before on FaceTime.
Huh?
Have we,
What?
I think we did. But can you hear me?
Yeah.
Have we FaceTimed before this? Before
Uh,
last time?
on this, we FaceTimed a couple of times. Yeah.
Before like yeah, before like last week we
Hmm.
FaceTimed. Yeah, I think we did. Huh.
Yes.
And yeah, I think you looked more different then. Now you look closer to what you look like. I
Probably
don't see the
because
eye.
in FaceTime I had the phone really close to my face.
Oh, you know what? What you at one point you even had like a huge. Remember with maybe Buddy and Amber, your beard was huge.
Oh
Like
yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
My beard was thicker. I did trim this just recently. I did.
and but like I used to get like really thick neck beard, and like now this is what it'll get before I
My
pull the
my
trigger.
beard luckily doesn't grow past here, but my chest hair grows up my neck.
Yeah.
So I have to trim here a lot. It's silly. It's a
Really?
silly thing. I have so much
I
body
don't
hair. It's
I
weird.
let it go. I mean, how far up does it go?
I mean, it
Like
goes like up to here.
oh, up to there?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
And it's like in a spearhead formation. So it just looks like I have an inverted widow's peak coming up my chest into my neck.
Mhm.
It's a really odd hair
Yeah,
design
yeah.
for any creature really. So I don't know. It's a strange thing. Strange thing. But yeah, that's what it is. Um, covering up that mic, man. Covering it up.
Yeah.
There we go.
This the mic is literally right next to the corner. It's like if I move my hand, just finger, just a little bit,
Well, I
and
don't
then
know, man.
damn,
Find a way.
it
I
just
need to get you a selfie stick. That's what I'm gonna do.
how about
Um,
now? Can you hear me?
yeah, yeah.
That works. Works much better.
Okay.
I don't have to be. I was holding it. It was so awkward holding it, man. I had like all four, like the corners held were being held. Now I have one hand holding this. I have one hand that's free.
Good for you.
It's much better. I accidentally turned down the volume.
There you go.
Can you help me with that? Turn up my volume.
Okay, you got to turn up your phone volume.
Thank you.
Did it work?
I gotta do it.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
can you help
turned up
me?
your volume on my end. You're fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you turn up my volume so I can hear you loud?
No, you'd have to
Can you
turn up
can you
your
just
phone
yell?
volume.
Can you just yell everything?
I'm trying. But if
I'm
I do,
getting it out.
okay.
I'm getting that.
Okay.
I'm just
So,
being yes.
things to talk
So
about.
like, okay, well, how's this? How's this? There's an If there's an audience, if there were to be an audience, if there's an audience,
We have
who
to
are
make an
they?
audience.
Most of them. Well, that's the thing. Where do you go find in a dumpster? In
No, you
a
continue to make
house?
content. You have to
We
make
should go to.
content and you have
We're
to put
gonna
a
knock
good
on
title to it and put tags to it and it will
Tuesday.
get seen eventually. But you have to
Yeah.
continuously create that content. You'll get a few who are good fans and then a few more and a few more and it'll build
If
up.
we
It's a
go door
contact
to door.
sport, but it's a contact with every day. You have to be like on it every day or just, every week and it'll take a couple years. Every day and it'll take you like half a year,
It
you know?
depends. But I mean, if we go door to door though,
Fuck no.
you know, and
Why?
we pass out pamphlets that have our faces on them. send
Eh,
a link
what do you know? No.
to our Facebook so that they can be
Fuck
friends with us
no.
on
That's
Facebook.
even worse. You could
Then
have
they can find.
contacted them through Facebook and you decided to do an awkward face to face. We're living in the 21st century, David. People
They
can't
won't
see
like me.
each other unless there's a screen in between you.
Eventually, we're just gonna get to look like our the emojis or whatever the fuck we want to look like, our own avatar. We're gonna be in
Well,
a,
that's the
we're gonna
thing,
be
right? Like, I can't wait until I can
mirroring
just pop a meme up in
each other.
response to something, like, right as it's happening. I just
Well,
want to
I was
project it
thinking
out into the world. I just want to be like, Pepe, I mean, you know?
that'd be fun. That'd be great.
Or
We're
like
gonna
I
be
can
able to.
pop my I can literally have my spaghetti in my pocket when I meet someone who I'm like, oh, awkward, my spaghetti.
Uh, that's
That'd
hilarious.
be
I would
great.
like. Yeah,
Like
but I was saying
somebody could like
this.
message
Mhm.
their friend just beside them, like if a hot girl's like sits next to him, he could be like, oh, the kid who's like straining his fucking vessels on the school desk, but only to one side, only to his friend, and his friend could look at it and like respond to him with a meme as well. Things like that are interesting to me. I don't know. I think
I was
it'd be
saying that
cool.
maybe you could have an avatar completely. That
Yeah,
you are look exactly like the thing you designed.
yeah.
Like everybody looks exactly how
The
you have to
real
want to be seen.
trick, the real see
You know
that
that
right
share
there, that right
where
there is
people.
scary because of like addiction and stuff like that. I'm worried that
What do you
people
mean?
get addicted to that. I don't get addicted to video games in the same sense. I play
No.
them a lot. But I've avoided the bigger ones that are very addictive, like World of Warcraft. Man, I heard scary stories about that, like pretty soon after it became popular, and I wasn't really into it. I tried it, and it was like, no, I'm not
Thousands of
really.
people in China have died because of that game.
Yeah,
Wads of people have died.
people die, kids who are neglected because two parents
In
play the
Cambodia,
WoW.
5,000 died.
Oh,
In Europe alone, 8 million people died
you're
in World
lying.
War.
No, these are your fucking fake facts,
These
you
aren't
motherfucker.
true. Yeah, and I was wondering, man, is he gonna buy all these
Well, you
freaking
started with a small number, and then it was like the UK 8 million. I was like,
hundred
8 million.
thousands to
That's a chunk right there.
by 2037, 1.5 billion people are
Like
gonna
think about it. Like September
kill
11th
because of
happened
war.
in our time, right? September 11th, only 2,000 people died. Think about that.
What?
Only
Only what?
2,000 people died in 2011. I mean 2001. September 11th. Or was it
Only
10,000? I can't remember if it was 2 or
it
10.
was 2,000.
It was 2.
It was only 2,000 people.
I'm just saying, all of
You
the
know, it was.
craziness that is happening these days. Like, more kids have been shot in schools than people have died on September 11th.
Oh yeah,
Think
really?
about that. Of
That's
course. That's way more
terrible.
kids have been shot up in the last 10 years. In
Well,
the
how was it
last.
in the 90s? Okay, in September 11th, 2001, how many people died of gun violence that
Columbine happened right after, I think, right? Or
it was
right
before?
before. Columbine happened like around that time. That was a
It
big
was,
deal.
but does that was it were there like was Columbine an anomaly at the time? And then
I'm
you're saying
checking.
2000, how many people died anyway because of school shooting in say 1995?
Hold on.
Were there just as many? Is it the media coverage or is that the actual? I don't
So
actually know if those
here, check this out. Columbine happened
if
in
it's accurate.
1999. Columbine happened
1999.
2 years before September 11th. Actually, 2 years and like 6 months before
Okay.
September 11th in April. And then, yeah.
Can you find like an annual
What?
like statistics of
3,000.
gun
It was 3,000 people.
in 1999?
2,996 people were killed, and that is probably an off number because it's on Wikipedia. So
3,000 in
just
96.
under 4 people short of 3,000. That's a lot of people.
So
Only
it's not that
19
much of a
people. It's only 19
it's
people
not,
it took.
that's it's not that much of a difference. I mean, like between now and then of how many people died. It is a big, substantial, but not that. Not like I
Six
mean,
thousand were injured, and I feel like injuries always happen a little bit more. But the shootings have
to
become way more intense and more often. And man, it just feels like, I
Yeah,
mean, like it is getting boring hearing people say thoughts, prayers, and all that.
yeah.
Yes, because
Well, that's why there should be an app where you can send the thoughts and the prayers directly to the family. You know what I mean?
with money,
You like Venmo,
right? With
huh?
money to pay for the funerals that they don't have insurance coverage for, right?
Oh, I wasn't saying that. I was just saying like emoji, little emoji. It would feel so much better. The pain would go away.
You're fucked up, but you know what's funnier? I was just thinking, like, how could I monetize that? You could have
Yeah, I
you can
know.
have
Right?
thoughts and prayers light, which has ads on the bottom and the top, and you have to see more in order to pay more. And then you know what? We could
Mhm.
make it like this is like I'm just a greedy bastard, right? We could make it to where you could send more thoughts and prayers, right? And the more thoughts and
Yeah.
prayers you receive, the more money you will get. They have to buy thoughts and prayers like a microtransaction. So like people say, "Oh, you want to send a thought and prayer? You're out. You can't send those right now. You haven't
Mhm.
written enough good deeds." Like we could make it a really annoying app too. Like write how many good deeds you did today and see how many thoughts and prayers you can send out tomorrow. Right? Well, you have to wait 24 hours, or you could use
Mhm.
the Good Samaritan points to um, increase or decrease the amount of time it takes between thoughts and prayers loot boxes or whatever. Like we could
Mhm.
definitely do that, and you could have like an avatar and get different skins for them, and you can pick like multiple quotes of the Bible and be like, oh
Hmm.
yeah, this is my
Oh
favorite
yeah.
quote. Make it a super
Have a
social
couple.
app that just
Yeah.
consumes your time and
We can
also
have like
makes you
a.
want to pay it to give more thoughts and prayers. And then we
We
would
can
give only like
sell.
5 or 3% of what we make off of that, off of
To
everything.
include the Bible
We would
quotes, it
give
should
that three
cost
percent to the
each
families
Bible
that
quote.
they go to.
Each Bible quote should cost $1.
Oh yeah. Oh no 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 no. Bible quotes are 5. They're
Only, but
beautiful.
not, we should release all the Bible quotes at once. We should release like five that you can choose
Yeah.
first,
Oh
and
yeah.
then like wait like a month, and then release one more. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And then like wait until like Christmas, and then
Mm-hmm.
five more. And the people are like, "Whoa, another five? And we have 11 now. That's more
I can't keep going. I can't
than
do
we
it.
deserve."
Too despicable. I can't do it. It's too
Yeah,
much.
I know, right? This is
That's
so terrible.
horrifying. But that is the
Yeah,
way it is right now. There's a lot of
it
shit
is,
like
man.
that. Like
Mm-hmm.
even like just like it's incredible how everything is a business. I can't help but feel like everything is a fucking business. Everything. Like
Oh,
just
wait, hold on a second. Can you uh, just for the conversation, would you mind Venmoing, sending me like about 15, 20 for on Venmo to, because you told me to install this app. So
what?
yeah, and I just like it's this is I'm on my time for my I have an LLC and we're on that time right now, and I was just wondering if that could, because I'm working right now.
Oh, you're working. Well,
Yeah,
that's
can you
no,
send
that's
me
fine.
20 bucks?
I still need the first payment of the equipment I'm using. And then
Oh,
I had to clean all this. I've already worked
hmm,
like at least 25 hours. And I'm
okay.
really that was like a good 2 weekends. So they're separate. It's been 2 weeks and I'm still waiting for my. This is the third week though. I'm giving you time
Oh,
because
oh,
I don't
so
remember.
I owe you money. That's
Yeah,
what you're saying.
yeah.
Oh,
I think that year
hmm.
25 shortens mine by maybe, well, 25 minus whatever I've made.
So how much is that?
Yeah. Well, I get paid 14.56 an hour, but I'm letting you pay me 12 under the table.
Oh, okay.
I'm okay with that.
So I owe
Cuz
you 12.
I net 10, but I do put 10% in. I net 80%, but I put 10% in
I
a
owe
Roth
you
IRA.
$12.
Huh?
You're saying I owe you $12.
No, you owe me like $446, man.
Oh,
I've cleaned. I've spent 25 hours doing stuff. I've organized this. I have a very expensive piece of equipment here. I figured out the stream. That's a lot of. I mean, I had to research. There's R&D involved, sir. And at the rate of $12 an hour, I mean, let's see. I at least 25 hours working on this stuff.
well, I'm an unlicensed therapist, and I could say I'm charging about $5 a minute here.
Oh, I
Yeah.
This is not
Hmm?
therapeutic to me. I don't know what you're talking about.
Hey, do I have a license?
I mean,
Yeah.
you can do you, man. That's all. It's all good. It's yeah. Look at that.
But no, you're right. Everything is becoming a business. Obviously, we're just
Actually, it'd
friends.
be three
This
hundred
is
dollars
the
you owe me,
company.
but if it was
What's that?
12 an hour,
Yeah.
that's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's what you net. It's what you net that matters. Because taxes take away 10, maybe more in some places, and then
Yeah. It's,
0.6% for state. It's
you're really
ridiculous.
not.
I find it so hilarious. The whole thing. The whole thing is just one big, incredible joke system. Because,
Happy
man,
family.
businesses are
One.
not anything. Businesses
Yeah.
are just a person pretending they know what they're doing, sharing their info and saying, I know what I'm
Pretending
doing. And they
businesses
get
don't even
money.
exist.
They get money.
Yeah.
I find it
But yeah,
interesting. Hmm?
everything is pretty corporatized, which is kind of annoying
All
a
the
lot of
time.
the time. It can make some things convenient for a lot of people, actually, but also can get in the way of humanity in a crucial way, I think, a lot.
Well,
Like,
that's the
it
funny
is
thing
about,
about humanity is, I'm really eager to see
it's
where
also
technology
saving,
takes us because I think it's natural for humanity to want to see more and improve and efficient, make everything more and more and more efficient. I like that idea. But at the same time, I don't know what's best. That's the problem with it though, because I'm kind of like I'm unaware or uncertain of how to become aware of what is best. All I can do is based off of like knowledge, history that I make in my head that can change. It's scary. This is not strong data. Um, it's not impervious to anything. So if I get struck by lightning, I can forget who I am completely and change.
yeah,
Personality wise, I can change emotionally. Like there are a lot of the I don't know if it's a Jungian test, but um, the letter test of personality.
Briggs
Like
Myers,
I am an
Jungian psychology.
ENFP or an ENF.
Yeah.
Yeah, ENFJ. I think
You're what?
I'm an ENFJ. I'm judgmental, dude. I
Oh,
used to be
yeah.
perceptive. I'm
Hmm.
judgmental now. I'm more judgmental now than I used to be. It's weird.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I
I
get it
don't
consistently.
know what I am on that now. I haven't taken the test recently.
I don't know. I have no idea. You'd have to take it. It's really intense. It's very thorough. It's more thorough.
Mhm.
So more about your personality than your IQ or anything like that.
Yeah,
It's
no, yeah. Yeah, I was ENTJ for a while, and then I was like, what are you again? ENFP?
yeah. I used to be an ENFP, and now I'm an ENFJ. It's weird. It's just strange.
People do change.
People change. It's weird. It's weird.
Yeah.
So what are your changes recently? Like I became more agnostic. I
Hmm.
am now. It's not even. I wouldn't even call it agnostic. I'm like I'm just floating with whatever experience comes my way, and I'm questioning it a little, and I'm kind of rating things by how relevant they are in my life. So if I get any spiritual shit that happens to me, I'm usually like, okay, but like, does that change anything really? Can I still pay my bills? Like, that's I don't
Yeah.
really care. If Jesus came down and said a lot of shit to me, I'd be like, oh man, that feels so good, and I wouldn't freak out about if it was real or not, because I'd be
Yeah.
like, okay, what time is it? Is it bedtime for the kids? All right, I gotta put them to bed. Like
Hmm.
life would continue unless something really, really practically profound happened. It's different.
Yeah.
Spiritual profoundness, I feel, can be kept to yourself, and it's very for you, and that's a good thing because I
Yeah.
think that you should experience stuff like that. I think it's fun. I think that it's interesting. I think it makes you feel deeper than what is shown on the surface. It makes you feel a more alive sense of yourself. I think it's important. I would never want to take that away from my kids. But there's a difference between spirituality and practicality in a way that you don't need to be sacrificing either one. You can be
No.
practical and spiritual. You can spiritualize the fuck out of your life in an hour every day, and it'll be fun.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it'll be fun. But what's your
We can make
experience?
it. Well, currently I'm making this change to uh, you know, the Jacksonville Bible Fellowship for Jesus. Are you familiar with these people? They're starting a movement.
I am not familiar with them.
The Jacksonville Bible Fellowship for Jesus.
Isn't that in
It's
Florida?
yeah,
You're in
yeah.
Florida?
Well, it started. Well, that's where the new world is gonna start when Jesus comes.
Yes.
Or so that's what the evidence points to. You know what I
Yes.
mean? Yeah.
Yes.
And I'm sorry. There's no Jacksonville
I didn't think so.
Bible Fellowship. This There probably is, and I just offended them right now by saying that there isn't one.
That's how we blow up, David. We
uh,
offend the shit out of one church. They
yeah,
make it a
that
massive
nobody
fucking
goes
deal.
to. Yeah, and see, they're gonna take offense when I say nobody even goes to that church. Nobody goes. It's
Nobody goes.
no.
What
It's
would the
true,
name of that
guys.
church be,
You guys
David?
go there.
Would it be the
That's true.
would it you
Don't
know
not.
what? I think it would be like the I don't know. Be something stupid like IHOP. Denny's Church.
International
Over
House.
here at Denny's Church, we appreciate, the word of God and the fact that he makes the moon light up and makes it all blue at night when you're out there in the woods. And we do not appreciate people saying that Denny's is just a restaurant. And these two young men
Dang.
pointed out that we are existing as a church and said, "Oh, I bet they got a beautiful 24-hour breakfast menu." We do not. It is
That's
only 6 hours.
my place of worship. I go worship at that.
I would fucking worship there too. Free bacon?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I feel like that's something that should be stapled onto every church. Bacon. Just put bacon somewhere, and it should
Literally.
be. And I feel like it would be best if they'd be more passionate, right? If it was
Mm-hmm.
against Muslim faith, right? So like make them like openly like just display hatred towards Muslims all the time, just so that
Okay.
there can be bacon everywhere.
I see.
I feel like that would be fine.
You know how Muslims will feel about either part of that, the
But
bacon or the
but here's the thing,
anti-Muslim.
right? Here's the thing. Every once in a
Mhm.
while, I don't know,
I
a
mean,
Muslim can
you're not the
freak
one
out.
hating Muslims.
What?
You're not the one hating Muslims here. You just want the church to hate Muslims so you can have
Yeah, no,
bacon
so
for
I can
free.
have bacon, right? So, and then the Muslims, in order to kind of like recuperate, in order to give, take,
Okay.
to make this kind of a deal, the Muslims can basically do whatever the fuck they want to. The easiest thing, a lady can walk in full, you know, cover. Um, I forget exactly what that's called. Damn it! And I had the word. What's the
Hmm.
word for that?
Bacon.
No, the thing that late Muslim women who.
Latex. They
No,
wear
no,
latex over
no, Dave. David, what's that called? I know you know what that's called. Damn it.
the Mufasa.
Oh my god,
You know,
that's more offensive than
how
anything I was
Muslims
about to
wear those
say.
Mufasas on their faces.
Dude, I
That's
just saw.
unacceptable.
Dude, okay,
It should
wait,
be banned.
wait.
It should be illegal in every country to force a child to wear a rafiki. Okay? Get out of here. I'm kidding. I'm not. I, full disclosure,
I get
I'm
you.
completely okay with all churches.
Of
I
course.
mean, they're not a
Well,
church. And
well,
and and
I'm
uh,
okay.
and,
I'm okay with any churches that do not
and the
harm
Jews
anyone.
and the Nanticoke. Who take your pick? Who don't you like? Well, don't tell me you like Nazis too. If I met one and he was cool, actually, yeah, I
Well,
would like that. And
I
I like
want you to see. I want to see you say that to someone.
and I like my neighbors.
I want
They're
to
on
see you say
camera.
that to someone, and then I want to see someone else be like, "This guy likes a Nazi. Who likes Nazis?"
I
And
don't like new Nazis. I don't like the idea of the Nazis. I like that guy who calls himself a Nazi who was nice to me. If he went and killed some, if he was murdered somebody,
wait. So
actually
hold on.
murdered somebody,
Hold on.
I
What
wouldn't say,
if that
you know,
person has,
and he was nice
if
to
what
me,
if
then
you
I'd still be
knew,
like,
what if you knew that that
nice.
person has killed
I'm
someone
weird
as a
somebody.
race, as a hate
I'm
crime?
sorry.
What if you knew that someone had done a hate crime in the past and still retains the beliefs that caused it, and he is standing next to you? How would you respond to that? What if he tried to get to
He
know you and befriend you? And and
committed
you're
hate crimes
and
and
here's the
still
thing, David.
believed in
You're
cause.
honestly, I
What do
mean,
I
like
do?
I could probably
Really
do
good.
it fine. Like I could befriend him fine, but you're like Brown. What if someone like
Oh, I
that
could
was
change
befriending
that.
you?
That doesn't matter for me.
No?
That I've overcome my brownness, even to the most white racists.
But no, but what really?
Dude,
Hold on. What
no.
do you mean? How do you know they were
Trust
the
me.
most extreme racists? I feel like that might be a little overstated. No?
No, they haven't met me yet in person.
I don't understand. So wait a minute. What do you mean you've overcome your brownness?
They get the idea of me, of the Mexican thing, of all kinds of shit, right?
Yeah.
Anyone can hate any for all kinds of shit,
Yeah.
especially if your thing is hating people.
Well, of course.
Um, but when people actually meet me, they don't hate me.
No, I know. That's weird.
Just the thing. It's a weird thing.
Hmm.
But hey, maybe it is overstated. Maybe somebody is gonna be like, look at that asshole with his face, and he said they don't hate me. Man, fuck that guy. If I was a Nazi, I would kill him. But I'm not
What
because
about that guy,
I'm
dude? Did you see the videos of that dude in New York? That lawyer?
huh?
Did you see the New York
What?
City video of the lawyer who like got in people's faces and was like, "You're a dirty foreigner," and just like
Mm,
fucking yelling in their faces and telling him,
uh,
"I'm gonna call the
what is it?
police. You do not run
What
into
is
people like
his
that." And
name?
he was like running into people like just shouting obscenities for not speaking English. He was a lawyer, PhD.
Yeah, but was this? Did this happen in America?
It happened in New York City.
Mm.
New York
And
City.
what language should you be speaking in New York City?
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
Now I'm
Why
not.
would really? This is
No, he
cool. No,
said something very
I
close to
really
that. He was saying stuff very close to that, and it was really ridiculous. And I was so wigged out by it because of just the weirdness of
was he like a
how
well-known lawyer? Was
he
he like
was.
a
He was
famous
just
lawyer?
so certain. You don't know what I mean? Like a man who is so certain of his hatred.
Yeah.
If it was anything else that was less obvious, like if it was more personal, and he went up to
Okay,
his
so this is
mother
the thing. He
and
wouldn't hate me because I speak English, and I would use his racism against him because he's like, "Oh, here's one who speaks English right," and then I'd have conversations with him because he would respect me, and then he wouldn't hate me. And then I'd eventually slip in like, you were a dick back then, remember? Because we'd be friends for like 4 years,
that takes
and then
too
he'd be
long
like,
for me.
"Yeah,
That
I
takes
don't
too
know
long
what
for
I
me.
was thinking, man."
I can't. I have gotten used to just letting people go when I don't want. I just can't. I can't have a relationship with them anymore. You know, like
With
so. There's a
people,
few people. There's a few people
oh,
that
my
I
phone's
regret
gonna
doing
die.
that with.
My phone's at 1%.
Huh?
My phone's at 1%.
Here we go. You gotta plan
So
this
sorry.
shit more
I'm
organized.
so sorry.
You're fine, man.
Um,
You're fine.
Yeah, and I actually gotta, this whole thing, it would have been a bit more organized, but I had to kind of run around today last minute.
You're fine, dude. You're good. I kind of forgot about it in the middle of the day, so it's all good.
Oh, okay, that's okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
And
let's
then
go.
we can do it again next week, or we can do it like whenever. I really don't care. It's the
If
show
you're
now,
free
so we do it
tomorrow,
whenever the fuck we
I
want.
might even be free tomorrow night at some point if you want to talk for an hour, and I'll just be home.
That'd be cool. Yeah.
Okay,
I'll
I'm
get the
cool with that.
stream to actually work instead of just
Yeah, and this
whatever.
4 minutes, but let's just have a conversation. Let's just actually forget that it's a show now. Let's just say it's a show now, and then let's just keep talking and
Yeah.
not even, not even think about it.
Yeah, that's
You know what I
exactly
mean?
what it should be.
I think that's actually going to be really going to be interesting because I had the most fun. Just end up, and we just goof off how we would,
That's right.
you know.
No, yeah.
Yeah,
That's what it is. I feel like we should do things on this show, just hangout times. But
we
we should
could,
do
we
things
could.
like play a D&D session or
I'm
that's
no good
something
at
else that I want to
I
talk about,
know.
but in a more
I mean,
philosophical way. I don't want to
yeah.
talk about D&D and like oh let's do it. I want to be like hey this is so interesting about
What's this?
games and immersion.
What is it? Yeah, yeah. What is this that we're
I
doing?
find it
What are,
interesting. It
yeah.
makes me kind of it messed with my brain a little when I first got into it, and I've been doing it a lot. I get more thirsty for it
Mm-hmm.
the more I play it. It's very fun. It's a strange social experiment, but
Mm.
it's incredible how it works out.
I know people here play it. so they could tell me more about it, and I could get familiar with it.
Yeah, dude. I will run a
Okay.
session with you. Damn it. I
Okay.
will fucking
Okay.
run a D&D
Okay.
session
I'll
with
look
you.
into it. I'll look into it.
You don't even
No
have to learn the
problem.
rules. I can do it all for you. I can do all the math and everything. And it can
Oh
just be
shit.
legit role playing.
Listen.
Peace, man. I think it is done. Man, now that was a show.